Hello there and welcome to A Tale of Three Plant Medicines Part 2. So what a journey it's been. So it all began with a journey with the Liberty Caps, what we call the blue medicine, the fungi. And that was very straightforward to relate because what simply happened is I became very relaxed, and what I've been doing every evening for some weeks now, I've been having a fire. So I was very relaxed by the fire, very much enjoying the spirit of the fire and the spirit of the fungi communing with me. And then it was a definite sense of go to bed. And I know whenever I'm told to go to bed by a plant medicine or a fungal spirit comes to that, the thing to do is just do as you're told, which I did. And it was a very healing night that night. So that was the first one. The second one is a woman called Sangeeta, and she had a colleague called Adam who played the harmonium, and she took us on a journey which involved the blue lotus, which I personally regard to be the Egyptian blue medicine. I have a lot of experience with this plant, and as a result of the many experiences I've had, I've felt that it's not actually one that resonates with me particularly well. It's not my literal cup of tea, but nonetheless I did have some. And we did some mantras to Lakshmi, and this is all in Glastonbury, in one of the many venues where such things happen. And when people have had the blue water lily, she then took us on a sound journey, which was her singing, and she sang to the spirit of the blue lotus, which I do believe is called Kamala. And we were transported, and for me it was so much less about the blue water lily and so much more about her voice. I always appreciate a strong, powerful, beautiful voice, and indeed Sangeeta's voice is one of the strongest, most powerful, most beautiful voices I've ever heard in my entire life. So when you sing or speak, you emanate some sound. When you vibrate, like when I'm doing the mantras, when I vibrate the sound fills the room. However, she took it all to the next level, and she filled the room, which is so much larger than this, and the sound spread out around, outside, around the corners to the other part of the building. It was absolutely phenomenal, and it felt like a very rare gift. So that's what happened on my second night of the second of the plant medicines. So the tale of the third plant medicine, which is called the grandfather medicine, what I've done is I've made a load of films and I'm putting them all together, and you will find them all in the description in this video. So just look at the description, and when this one finishes you can simply click onto each one of those and get an idea of the journey I've been through. So respect for difference, control versus freedom are just two of the significant themes that arose from that journey. And it was one of the most intensive experiences I've had for a long time. I love the fact that everything about it was completely new and totally different from any of the ways that I work. I find it's a very refreshing thing, actually. I'm someone who loves novelty. So if there's an opportunity to have an experience which is completely outside anything and everything I've ever had before, it's like, yes, such grateful thing. So I'm so grateful to Agda and to Rosie and to Mark, who took the key roles, and to everyone who took part. There was something about the community that is formed under the auspices of a wonderful plant medicine that is simply incomparable. It's such a wonderful way to be, which is why I created Nature's Medicine Retreats so long ago, because I could understand there's great significance in working in this way as humans. It somehow brings all the best of our qualities out. So without further ado, I invite you to go and look at the other films. And as always, I'm most grateful if you choose to leave a comment. And all the love to you. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to do something somewhat unexpected. Fair enough. Candle out. So this is the extra, right. So as many of you will know by now, I'm moving house. And I've lived in this house for almost 5 years. And I'm moving within days. So I'm going to leave the altar behind and I'm going to show you around. So far this room doesn't look that much different from how it normally does, until we see the telltale signs there. And so it continues. It's an incredibly powerful time moving house. There's always the challenge, obviously, but there's an opportunity to reflect, to consider in a way that we don't have when we're not in this very dynamic process. And there's usually a part of the process which is rather like before a Nature's Medicine retreat begins, where we start to feel a bit wobbly and we start to have this, oh my goodness me, can I cope moment. So that's very much the case with moving house 2. I just paused because I'm just aware that I have the covers for 3 yurts and the attic. The attic is getting pretty empty, and the plants I'm able to bring with me to my new home are inside the house, almost all of them now. So I've shown subscribers the house before, and I like to have a lot of space, a lot of emptiness, and now I have exactly the opposite. Everything feels to be crammed and rammed, and that's just the way it is. And if I was simply moving house, it'd be one thing, but I'm actually, as well as moving house, I'm also moving garden. And I guess in some ways, the moving of the garden has been more of a letting go and a challenge and an excitement than anything else. So when I step out of the house, the bags, and that's where that is the remains of the deep bed to frame, and some of the bags and compost, but it's only some. If I walk round here, you can see there's a load more too. A lot of my wood is gone, but I'll be taking some with me. My intention is I'm moving to a house without a fire, so I'm going to be without a fire, and I'm going to consider and I'm going to create a new fire place for the fire spirit. I'm contemplating whether I might have to let go of all this little corner of plants there. Very sad. This is my last tobacco plant. It may be the 1st of October and it's still thriving. And over here something else that's very much thriving is this perennial kale plant. Another plant I'll be letting go of, and these blueberries I'll be bringing with me. And it's always a momentary shock when I come outside whatever time of day, and I realise, look, see, the polytunnel is down, there are the doors, there are door frames, a few other plants coming with me. My intention is to leave this structure up because it's very useful for whoever lives here. Apart from water harvesting, it's like a bike port, and just whatever it is you need to put in a space, it's there for. And there's a lot of emotion with moving house, and because this moving house has taken so much longer, many months. Normally my house moves are fast. That's where the compost heap used to be, and there used to be raspberries all along the fence to the right, all given away to Bridie's Farm, a community enterprise at the edge of Glastonbury. But this move has given me the opportunity to feel all the feelings that I reckon I've pretty much suppressed through the vast majority of my previous moves, with the simple urge to get on and to do. And sitting by the fire every evening gives me an extra chance to just be present to what arises feelings wise. And it's been a very productive time in so many ways, and I'm grateful that I've been feeling a lot, because that's what we do as humans. And as Kai Patrick puts it, when we completely immerse ourselves in the feeling, whatever it is, we have the opportunity to connect even deeper with the source, what some people call God, and all the other names that are used. So, all the love to you.